I'm glad to be here.
How did you come across Battle Cam, Vikki?
Uh, I was sitting at my computer one day and I went to Drudge Report and it said some streaker was going to streak for the president to get $1 million.
Okay.
And I didn't pay it no mind. I just, and then the next day I went and looked at it again and I clicked on the link and it was talking about Elkie David.
So that's how you came across Alki David?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, what was it like for you? Like, what was your childhood like? What was it like growing up for you? Would you say that you had a good childhood?
No.
No, I didn't either.
But it wasn't bad either. It was humbling.
It was lessons learned, huh?
Well, I mean, I don't know. It was just what it was. My mama, I followed her path instead of my daddy's, and I did what the fuck I wanted to do.
Well, that's one of the things that I do is that you do what you want to do, and you're real.
And you know, people think I'm lying when I talk about outhouses and stuff like that, but I'm not. And drawing the water from the back of the mountain, I'm not lying about that. That
People
could,
people actually accused you of lying about that.
yeah, they don't believe me, but it's the truth.
What was your earlier BC experience like camming up with your husband at the time? How was that for you?
Say that one more time.
What was your earlier BC experience like camming up with your husband? Was it weird? Was it something fun that you guys did together?
When I camed up with Dad, uh, it was magical. It was like, why am I lagging here? The
I
fuck?
don't hear a lag on my end. You're okay.
Well, when I camed up with Dad, it was magical and fun, but it was the end of a journey for both of us
How so?
because I I cammed up at the end of 2010, and I did a Christmas cast with my entire family on Battle Camp, all 30 of them.
Wow.
And Alki let me do it. And that was it. And me and Dad was going our own ways. And I moved up here, and that was it.
How do you feel about the rumors that people say that you are two-faced? I personally have never seen that side of you, so I kind of disagree with it, but it's my job to acknowledge what people troll on. So that's the only reason I'm bringing it.
You want to talk about two-faced? I don't stab people in their back. I don't have to. I ain't got no fucking reason to stab anybody in the fucking back.
Yeah, I can tell that like you're a real person. And it seems to me that if you were going to go at anybody, you would straight up go at them. You wouldn't have to backstab anybody.
Well, I would never hurt nobody until they hurt me first. Let me tell you something. You want to talk about hardcore being trolled in real life? You're looking at the queen of survival. You have no idea what it feels like to get your fucking body run over by rubber tires at 160 degrees. It hurts. These trolls are vicious.
Yeah, they can be. And that's a lot of some,
And,
I think it's a big part people are naive to battle cam about is how vicious the trolls can be.
and what they don't understand is we're broadcasting, we're entertaining them. But they can't separate themselves from, they think I'm real.
Yeah.
I'm an entertainer.
You have a job to do and you do it, you know?
Yep.
What was your happiest moment on battle cam and your worst moment?
Oh my God, my happiest moment on battle cam is when I met Tommy.
Aww.
Oh my God.
We will definitely get into Tommy later. So tell me about your worst moment then.
Oh, my worst moment is when they hurt Beer Guy and Beer Girl and the Dad and and Susie and all my friends.
So you hurt some of your friends during a troll?
No, they did.
They hurt you. Okay.
No, they hurt them.
Oh, okay.
That would be my worst memory of,
Your worst moment.
yes, of when people was hurting my friends.
Yeah, I don't like my friends to be hurt either. Is it true that your ex-husband is your uncle?
He's my third uncle to my second stepson's cousin's brother's aunt.
Okay. So it's a step related issue that he's a family member.
No,
So it's not like a blood related thing.
he's not related to me at all.
Okay.
I am from Chicago, Illinois. He is from Atlanta, Georgia. His dick in my pussy means that I am not related to him, okay?
So everybody in the chat, you understand that? That's one troll cleared up. Okay. Now let's go to a happy place. And you had mentioned Tommy a few minutes ago. So with that being said, I'm going to ask you some questions about Tommy. When did Tommy first come into your life? Tell me about that. You said that was one of your best moments on battle cam.
Well, that little video that you're playing right there, all I'm saying is I've never had any man care about me like that before. And what did you ask me? I don't even remember now because when I saw that video, it got me all fucked up.
Okay, I asked you, when did Tommy first come into play into your life? Like, how did you meet Tommy? How did you guys connect?
Tommy came to battle cam before me, and I was just hanging out and shit, and then I said something to him, and he was like, he PM'd me, and he said, and then I PM'd him back, and
And you guys just built a friendship?
Well, yeah.
Someone had bought you a plane ticket to see Tommy, but that whole situation fell apart. How come it fell apart?
Bobby did not buy me a plane ticket to see Tommy.
Oh, okay. So
She,
that's false information that someone did?
yes. What I
Okay.
did is Tommy said I could come visit him. And what I did is I asked for help to go see him. And Bobby graciously offered her sky miles or whatever the fuck they're called.
Uh-huh. Frequent flyer miles.
Yes. And she bought me a ticket. And then I got the dates wrong. Tommy didn't like the dates, and I had to change the dates. And then Elkie wanted $3,000. He offered somebody $3,000 to take me to Tommy's house, and I'm not ready yet. I don't want to hurt the man.
That's
He's
understandable.
he's a good man. I'm telling you, he's the best of the fucking best.
You know what, Vikki? I agree with you on that. I think Tommy is an amazing person.
Well, I think he is too.
Do you think that Tommy's feelings for you are legit, or do you think it's all an act?
Oh no, I don't think it's an act. I think Tommy really truly cares. I think he wakes up and I think he cares about me. I really do. I don't know about love, but I know that he does care about me.
I think he does too. How do you feel about the blogs tracing every moment that you do in your life? And do you think they are fair about what they report on you?
That is a very deep question. Go to the next one.
Okay. Have you ever had Skype sex with anyone?
Do what?
Have you ever had Skype sex, Vikki?
No.
Okay. That was just something I wanted to know and people were curious about. You have described yourself as a, what is it, caster? Because I had got it wrong when I had spoke to you about this. You consider yourself as a realistic caster, right? And the difference between that and a regular caster is that you're not here to entertain people, you're here to be yourself. Is that correct? And I know I worded it wrong, so please correct me.
Well, I'm a broadcaster. I'm a full-time caster.
Thank you. Full-time caster. That was the word.
As far as I'm concerned, I am Battle Cam.
You are Battle Cam. To me, you are Battle Cam. When I think of Battle Cam, I think of you.
There's a little birdie that whispered in my ear today that you need me more than I need you. I don't need you. I can go in and do any fucking thing I want to do. So
Yes, you can.
Battle Cam is my home base. It's where I started. It's my
It's your core. You okay, Vikki?
yeah.
I wish I could give you a big hug right now and not a virtual one. What is it like living in the same house as your ex-husband? Is it weird for you, or is it something like...
It's hell.
I'm sorry. I know what hell is like living with someone firsthand.
Let me tell you something. I've got it made. I'm a kept woman, you know, but living with a man that you were married to for 23 years, that you've known for 26, and, he's got his own life, and I just sit here. It's tough. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But I kind of feel like you've made your own life too, but in the virtual world, you know? It's like some people I feel like are misled, you know? Like you can live your life too from the computer.
Well, without Tommy, I don't think I would have got through the first year, to be very honest with you. That man never faltered. I mean, every split, everything. He never would let me fail. And that's why I've got a lot of respect for Tommy.
Yeah, I respect Tommy a lot too myself. Um, were you scared going into the battle cam house, and what was that like for you?
Oh my God. I wasn't scared to go into the battle cam house. Excuse me. I
No
was
worries.
I was afraid that I wouldn't get to the airport because I'm very sick. So it was not it was not everybody was like, Vicky's never gonna go to fucking LA, and everybody was like, Vicky's never gonna do this, Vicky's never gonna do that, and
Mm-hmm.
she did. But my biggest worry was getting to the airport.
And you know how happy I was to see you there, Vicky? It was a great moment for me to see you cammed up at the airport with Crofty and Dursko and all of them. What was your experience like with Joe at the battle cam house? Because there were things that people say that he so-called raped you and all this other crap. Would you care to clear the air on that?
Well, Joe never raped me. Um, that was something that the bloggers started. He did touch me when I didn't want him to touch me. He didn't have his. I didn't want him to touch me because I don't know where his hands and his mouth has been. And the boy touched me, and he did it 3 times, and that was it, man. And I was out of there. I can take a slap in the face. I can take a kick in the ass. You can knock me down on the floor, but don't you touch my fucking body. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is my gold mine, not yours.
But
Three,
you're cool. But
these
you're cool.
the 3 people on top of me. I didn't lie to you. See them?
Yeah.
I was laying on the floor. That was after the second attack. This is the third one. And Joe came over and grabbed my breast, and then that nasty fucking yucky woman came over and got on top of Joe, and then Thirst came over and got on top of her, and I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, I can't breathe. You know, I had to get out. At that point, my safety was at risk. And Elkie David, let me say this for the record. Elkie David put me up in a hotel in Beverly Hills, bought me uh, a ticket back to Atlanta, Georgia, and I am not gonna You know, I was in the game to win it. I was in the game to win.
Yeah.
And me, BTF, Dursko, and Croft was an alliance of FOA.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew I was going to get pounded. I knew it. And I feel like I let the boys down. I feel like I let Elkie down. I feel like I let everybody down, but I just could not, you know. And as far as Joe goes, I never said Joe raped me. That is an absolute lie. I went to the Beverly Hills Police Department at 7 o'clock in the morning and I filled out whatever the fuck they told me to fill out for sexual touching that ain't allowed. And that was it.
How do you feel about Joe now?
Well, after what he did to Tommy and after what he's done to me, I just, I don't know, man. I don't wish him dead. I don't wish him harm. But there's something ain't right with the boy. I don't know what ain't right about him, but there ain't something right. You know?
Okay. A lot of people were shocked at your reaction when Celeste slapped you. Do you regret not responding differently to when she did?
Well, let me tell you exactly how smart I reacted.
Please
Um,
do.
you're looking at a country girl who's in East LA and Gangster Town. You got some Mexican chick talking to you about how she beat up 5 chicks in a fucking park one night. And
Right?
I'm like, what the fuck? And when I walked into the studio, um, it was like all eyes were on me, and I knew I was in trouble. And Celeste came in there, and because she wasn't getting all the attention, I knew I was in trouble. And the reason that I let her slap me was because if I would have fought back, it'd have been brutally bloody hell.
If you would have fought, but potentially went to jail.
Well, we'd have both ended up in stitches and probably in jail. And
See, I often thought about that position, Vikki, that Celeste was put in. And me personally, like if it was me and I had to walk up to you and slap you, I would stand there until you smacked me back. You know what I mean? Because it would only be right that you would get to smack me back. You know, like granted, Alki was the one who told her to do that. I was actually there and I heard it.
no,
But
no. Wrong answer.
what's up? Tell me what was wrong.
That's the battle cam show. Now, you're talking about the battle cam house.
Yes, ma'am.
Flat compared to other things. Now, I signed a waiver that I could get hurt if I went into that house.
Oh, okay. I got you.
So her slapping me was, you know, I was ready for it. I went on the green screen. I got on TV in California. I was like, hey, let's do it.
Yep. Yeah. I know what waiver you're talking about that you had to sign.
Yeah, I had to sign it. And, you know, what else did yeah. And, she, when you think about it, when I left the battle cam house, all we saw Celeste was laying on a fucking hotel bed with her pussy wide open, getting her yucky yuck. So, I mean, you know, really, man. I mean, what kind of, I mean, to get slapped by a fucking dog ain't very much of a problem for me.
Right? I'm sure worse happen in life than to be bitch slapped, as they say. All right, I'll move on to the next question. Now, I know that Zolar had trolled you pretty hard at one point. Who would you say has trolled you the hardest on Battle Camp?
Elkie,
How so?
I ain't, I ain't privileged to tell you so.
I respect that. Who do you feel that you have trolled the hardest
Tommy,
on this, Tommy? Can I ask how so?
because I hurt him.
How do you feel that you hurt him? And if
When
you don't want to answer that, that's okay too.
I just feel like I let him down. And he calls it trolling, but I'm just being a woman. And I feel like what was your question? Who did I let down the most?
No, who do you feel you have trolled the hardest? Was the question.
Oh no, Tommy calls it trolling, but I've never trolled nobody.
Okay. Since someone's bringing up the snot rag in chat, I'm going to go ahead and bring that up. Why do you constantly spit into a rag, Vikki, for the people who are new to this site and don't know?
Well, I reckon so.
It is way better than swallowing it, right?
I don't know.
But didn't you have an accident where you have like a deviated septum or something, and that's why you spit into a rag? Is that true?
I'm gonna show you the top of my head,
Okay.
and I'm never gonna do this again. I've done it once, and I'm not gonna do it again.
That's okay. I did a hand bra for you. Remember, I've never done a hand bra live, and I did it for you. So.
I had a basal skull fracture.
Wow.
Can you see it?
Yes.
And
Yes.
it went up through the side of my head and through the back, and my ear. I mean, I went flying out the passenger side window. I was pretty fucked up.
So this was because of a car accident.
Yes.
How old were you when that accident happened, if you don't mind me asking?
I lost my second child. I was 23. I gotta go get a beer.
Okay, go for it.
A commercial break or something?
You know what? I have no idea when they do commercial breaks, but go for it. Go grab a beer.
I gotta go pee, man.
So this is a good interview, Priceless, so far, isn't it?
This is a very good interview.
What do you guys think in the chat? Let's see ones if this is a great interview. If this interview is just subpar, or if you hate it, if you'd rather be somewhere else, give me like a 6. Something real, like, different. Yeah, I see a lot of ones. Yeah, this is great. This is good stuff.
Okay, well, I have about 6 more questions to go, and then I'm going to go ahead and open up the Skype lines for the people who want to call in. It's Kel Loves Orange Soda.
Yeah, so you guys in the chat, if you want to get your questions in there to Vikki, go ahead and start thinking of them now. That way you'll be ready to go. I'm sure there's going to be tons because Vikki is such a celebrity here. So if you can kind of, keep them to the point and stuff, you know, and then we can get this show moving along as soon as we get Vikki back here. We have Lucifer's
Yes.
Lounge coming up next. You want to talk to him about that?
Yeah, Lucifer Lounge is a place that opened up. It's on its second season. It's a place where people cam up and do crazy stunts. And it is one of the funnest lounges to be in, or side channels per se. On Battle Cam, you see some wild stuff. Like, I've seen things in Lucifer's Lounge that I never thought in my lifetime I would ever see. For example, Alejandro cutting off his nipples and then eating them.
Oh yeah, and then
And
just last week we had a guy put 2 nails through his foot. A guy ate 4 ghost peppers. This is the
yes,
craziest thing ever. So if you guys think you have what it takes, you could win money right here on battlecam.com. Just sign up, make an account. It takes 3 minutes. If you like what you're seeing here, if you want your own TV show, sign up for battlecam.com. Do you have some kind of strange talent? Sign up for battlecam.com.
I feel like you can do some crazy stunts. Sign up to battlecam.com.
Right.
Hit up Lucifer.
And yeah, we're still waiting on
Ye-
Vikki to come back.
Yes, we are. They call Lucifer the Satan of Battle Cam, but I totally disagree with that. I think he's like an instigator of Battle Cam, but not Satan.
He's like the Charles Manson of Battlecam. We can go ahead and
There
say
you
that.
go.
And we do
Yes,
have Vikki
Charles
returning, so now we go on with the
Hey,
rest of this episode of Real Talk with Priceless One.
Lucifer has nice hair. Fuck you.
So, welcome back, Vikki. So I'm just going to go ahead and move on to the next question. You cast on another site now. What made you choose to cast on another site?
I got scared.
What made you get scared?
Because I was already getting trolled on Battle Cam in my real life, and I was so afraid that when Battle Cam went to television, that maybe people would try to get me. So I left, and I gave Elkie, Hollywood once, and that was it. And I left.
Speaking of Alki David, how do you feel about Alki?
Oh God. Well, I'm going to tell you this really happened. I ain't lying to you. When I
Okay.
first came to Battle Cam, uh, that's when I met Tommy, and everybody thought Tommy was gonna hurt me and stuff. And Tommy's like, he's like, Vikki, I'm not a troll, I'm not a troll, I'm not a troll. And Elkie came to my channel one day. This is real talk. He came.
So he came to your channel?
Yes, he came to my channel. And this is when Battle Cam was Battle Cam. This ain't when Battle Cam was fucking what it is now. And he came to my channel and he sat there for like 18 hours, pit bulling the front door. And he played songs for me. He's a good man. He's got a good heart. He's just weird.
He's just a troll, huh?
No, I don't think he's a troll. I think he's a man with a lot of money and a lot of time on his hands. And I think that his hobbies are a little eccentric.
Okay. That's a good way of saying it. I like that.
But he's a good man. And, you know, he's never left me sitting beside the curb.
Yeah, I personally feel the same way about Alki. You know,
But
just from my experience, I think he's a good man as well.
you're a noob, all right?
Yes, I am a total noob.
And toxic really is too. And when you people understand that the kind of folks that hang out around here are, they're really not bad people. Even the trolls are not as bad as they really put themselves out there to be. But everybody wants to fit in, you know, everybody wants their little place in heaven. And I got
Yeah.
it. I'm sorry, I'm rambling.
No, you're not. You're doing great. You are really doing great. Well, I just have a couple more questions for you, and then we're going to go ahead and open the Skype lines. We have 20 more minutes left, Vikki, and you have done absolutely fabulous, by the way.
Thank you.
My next question for you is, how does Bruce feel about your online activities? Does he understand it? Does he resent it? How does he feel about it?
Wow. Uh, do I have to tell you the truth or can I lie to you?
Well, this is real talk, so I prefer the truth, but you know, it's up
Well,
to you.
I'll tell you what Dad said. Dad knows I got Tommy, and I know that sounds weird, but he doesn't worry about me. Um, he doesn't like me being online at all. Absolutely not even a little bit. But I've got my little angels scattered all over the place, so I'm not really worried about it.
Yeah, I get it. My family is not too happy with my online activities either, but we all have our own reasons for being
Well,
online, you know, and some people it may be therapeutic for them to be online, such as myself. Let's go to something fun. Have you ever smoked marijuana, Vikki?
yes.
What was your first time like smoking marijuana, and would you smoke it again?
Oh, hell yeah, I'd smoke pot again. Are you fucking kidding me? If I had a joint right now, I'd be smoking the son of a bitch. um, no, I like to have a joint around New Year's and on my birthday.
Special occasions then.
Yeah, you know, like a bottle of champagne or something.
Yeah, I understand. What was your first time like smoking weed? Were you like me where you sat there and laughed for like 45 minutes straight?
I was 6 years old when I first got stoned.
Really?
Yeah,
6 years old?
yeah, my brothers got me stoned.
Oh my God.
I was like, and I was sitting at the table, and I remember going around in circles, and I'm like 6 years old, man. I'm like this little fucking kid, man. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what this is. But yeah, I was 6 years old when I first got stoned.
Wow. Have you ever watched Real Talk before? And what made you choose to do Real Talk with me?
Well, I never watched Real Talk before, and the only Real Talk word that I ever known was when Surf Rat said it. Surf Rat was like real talk, and Tommy was like real talk. So when I hear real talk, I think of Tommy and Surf Rat.
Okay. So was it because of it had real talk in it and you knew that it was going to actually be real talk that made you want to do it?
Oh, I'm always real anyway. I don't give a fuck. I'm an open book.
Am I allowed to go back to the question that you wanted to pass on as far as how do you feel about how the blogs follow your every move and how you feel about how they
We can
how
go
do
back.
you feel about how they describe you, Vikki? Is it fair?
I think so.
So like all their judgments that they put on you, you think those are fair?
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough.
Because I'm going to tell you why.
Please do.
I'm just as ugly to them as they are to me.
Well, I don't think you're ugly. I think you're
And
beautiful.
I can tell you right now that I am the hardest trolled woman on the internet. And I lash out when somebody attacks me. So they just have more people in their arena than I do. But I can tell you right now, they ain't no better than me.
No, nobody's better than you.
I don't like what they say, and I don't like what they post. And I think if you're gonna talk about somebody, at least you could post something good once in a while, you know?
Yes, absolutely. Samsung, I'm leaving these two people out of the interview because they're not worth talking about to Vikki. So I'm not going to bring them up out of respect for her. So my last question for you, Vikki, before I open up the Skype lines is this, and we only have like 14 minutes. Where would you like to see yourself in 3 years from now?
Oh my God. I would like to have my teeth out.
Tell me about your dental problems.
And I'd like to meet Tommy.
Meet Tommy for the win.
And that's about all I really want.
What do you need done as far as dental wise?
Oh, I've got it all under control.
Oh, okay. Good.
But surgically, I've got to have these pulled out and then these. But this one's up here in my sinus. So
Dental work is so painful. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and open up the Skype calls since we're running out of time. If anyone would like to call in,
running out of time. I don't fucking be running out of time.
I mean TV time. I mean TV time, Vikki. We can stay on the call for as long as you want.
Yes, okay.
Yes. That's all I mean.
Well, I tried to fill it.
You ain't nothing but a whore dog.
Vikki, what would be your perfect date?
What would be my perfect
You
date?
ain't nothing
Yeah,
but a whore dog. Whining all the time.
What do I do? Do
You
I
ain't nothing but a whore dog.
You're good, Vikki.
And
What
you
would be
ain't
like your
no
ideal
friend of
perfect date?
mine.
Oh my God. Tommy stereo full blast with spaghetti and sloppy joes.
Nice. That sounds like a good first date.
Yeah.
I would like to welcome Cavacho and Lizard King to the call. Cavacho, do you have a question for Vikki?
I do. And first of all, thank you for having me on with this. I just have it's a two-part question for Vicky. And first of all, other than Tommy, have you ever had a BC crush, that you would be willing to date? And second, is there ever a BC person that you would never date?
I have only been with one man in my life, and Tommy, there's no other man except for Tommy. And is there a man on battle cam that I would never date?
Yeah, anybody on BC, male-wise, that is, of course, that you would never date.
Yes. That ugly man, what's his name?
West Side?
He set his hair on fire. No, West Side is good to me.
Okay, good, cool.
He set his hair on fire.
Not Crazy Boy.
God damn it. His name was an asshole, basically.
West Side, welcome to the call. And Trigger, welcome to the call. West Side, do you have a question to Vikki? For
West
Vikki?
up, Vicky.
Oh my god, it's fucking West Side.
Oh yeah, West up, Vicky. I have a question. Why do you call Dad, or why do you call Bruce Dad?
Because he takes care of me.
Yeah. So why don't you call him husband or anything else besides Dad? That's kind of creepy.
He's not my lover.
Oh yeah.
Trigger, do you have a question for Vikki?
I just wanted to tell Vicky that I love her.
Oh,
Trigger. Trigger. Oh
yeah.
God, Merry Christmas. It's good to see you, man. Holy shit.
Same to you, Vicky. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Do you have another question for Vikki, Westside?
Oh yeah, I have a two-part question for you, Vicky. Part one. Why did you ban Lukey Boy? Free Lukey Boy. He's a good man. Vicky, will you please unban Lukey Boy for me?
Won't you go fuck off and explode?
Question two. Why are you such a bitch to Nancy J?
That's a troll.
Yeah, sounds like it. What's up, Ghosty? Welcome to the call. Do you have a question for Vikki?
I just wanted to wish Vicky happy holidays, and if I ever get the chance, I want to smoke a big joint with you because I think it would be awesome. Love you, babe. Great interview tonight. Thank you for doing this.
Oh my God, is that Ghost Talk?
Yes,
Yes,
it is,
ma'am.
Vicky.
Oh my God, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, hon. Great interview tonight. I'm happy that you're doing this, and it's good to get some of this stuff out there so people know. Okay? Happy holidays to you, sweetie. Good job tonight. Talk to you later on.
Vikki, you have so many people who care about you. You're so blessed. I know you have people who troll you too, but you really do have people who about you on the site.
For Ghost Dog, come on. Like that. Wow, that was really huge. You don't camp no more and shit, that was really big.
Ghost Dog is a big fan of yours.
He's a good man. People make fun of him and stuff. But he's a good man.
Is there a lesson that you say that you've learned from casting on Battle Cam? Because I personally have learned many lessons.
Many lessons to be learned.
Lukey Boy, welcome to the call. Do you have a question for lovely Vikki?
I do. Actually, first I want to say this was actually a really good interview. I was entertained more than I have been. Not that I wasn't all the other times, but this was actually a really good night.
Thank you.
Vikki, my love, why am I banned? Because I actually don't even remember what how we ended last time, and it's been a long time. And you banned like all my accounts, so I must have gone crazy. But why am I banned?
This ain't the time and the place for this, Lukey.
Of course, it's the time or place. What is the time or place? I can't go over there and ask you because you banned me, right? And I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. Seriously, Vikki, we've been like ups and downs over years. Like, you know, we've been here a long time. And I do want to wish you a Merry Christmas. Seriously.
I've given you everything I got.
Would you unban me for Christmas? It's my wish. It's my Christmas wish for real.
I will.
I love you. Thanks for doing the interview, Vikki. Seriously, it was actually really interesting. This was a good night.
But people don't realize it takes a lot of courage to do these interviews. You know,
Yeah.
I learned that being on the other side of the, you know, the other day it was my real talk. So I get what it's like to be on the other side of things, you know, so it's a lot of pressure. Welcome, Pat, to the call. How are you?
Oh, hi Vikki. Hi Price.
Hi.
Do you have
I
a
just wanted
question
to-
for Vikki?
No, I just hope she gets her teeth fixed and that she has a good holidays.
Oh, I'm gonna have a good. Man, let me tell you something. I'm gonna have a good holiday.
Good.
You know?
And I hope you're casting it so we can all share a drink with you.
I'll be with you on Christmas. I ain't got nowhere to go.
Yeah, me neither. I don't celebrate Christmas, so I'll be here eating free food.
Well, Paquay, thank you for calling in. It was really nice to see you.
It's nice to see you too, always, Vikki. You have a good night.
Merry Christmas. Well, you
Merry
don't
Christmas.
celebrate it, but fuck it. Merry Christmas anyway.
All right, you have a good night.
Thank you for calling in. I would like to thank everyone who has taken the time to call in. And most importantly, I would really like to thank Vikki for doing this interview with me. Like I said, it really meant a lot to me that she took the time to do this, and she believed in me enough to know that I would not cause her any harm during this interview. And I respect her. And I just want to thank you so much for speaking to me today. Like, I'm just so truly touched. This is going to be one of my favorite real talks ever.
You're welcome.
Toxic, do you have any questions for Vikki?
No, I guess, yeah, actually, I have one question and then really a statement. I'll start off with the statement. I just want to say thank you for entertaining me for the 2 years I've been here. I know that I haven't really been anywhere since, I guess, March of this year, but, you know, I've been watching you, and I've watched, like, a lot of other people, and you've always entertained me, so thank you very much. I hope you have a great Christmas. This interview has been awesome. We're not taking any more calls, guys. I'm sorry, because we are now wrapping up the episode. But I do want to ask Vikki real quick, where does the word whore dog come from?
When I came to battle cam, I just said, you know, whore dog, and it just took off.
Well, you started a sensation that swept Battle Cam like wildfire, and that's awesome. But Priceless, I'll kick it back to you since we only have about 3 minutes left.
I just want to go ahead and promote Lucifer's show. Lucifer is on next, and his channel, Lucifer's Lounge, where you'll see a bunch of crazy challenges. And Vikki, what are you going to do for the holidays? You said that you're just going to stay home. That's kind of what I'm going to do. I think I might feed the homeless on Christmas.
Well, I ain't gonna do too goddamn much, cause I ain't got no fucking money.
You and me both.
You know, I think Christmas this year is gonna be about, like you said, giving to people who ain't got. And, you know, that's, you know, really, you know, if people would just take a second to realize how beautiful the gift is of social broadcasting, where you can have people to talk to and socialize with.
Yes, I agree.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much for staying tuned. Thank you, everyone. Vikki, thank you. You've made my real talk career, shall I say, because you are so amazing. And to have such a fine woman like yourself on this call just makes me know that I'm doing something right on the site. And thank you.
Well, you're more than welcome, and thank you for inviting me. Y'all have a good Christmas, and we'll see y'all later.
You too. Love you, Vikki.
Bye bye.